Hey everybody, today I want to do a TrueNAS tutorial again. I want to remaster the Minecraft server install for Minecraft Modded and Vanilla that I did. It was a horrible video with a horrible mic, so let's see if we can make that better. At the end, we're going to have something like this. It's going to be Minecraft. You can name it right there. Let's see, this container is currently running. This is currently the server for all the mods 9. I know it says 10 up here, but this is all the mods 9 I have running up here. We can shell into this container, do ls, and we can see we have all of our files right there. The world is running and the server is up. Let's give it a try. So I already have an instance installed. You won't have one installed, so it's going to say Minecraft server Java, and you're going to see install right here. For me, it says install another instance. And also a cool feature right here tells you your current CPU usage, your memory usage, and everything you have available. So, which is very helpful. But anyways, you're going to hit this install button. Let me make this bigger for you guys. So you're going to come here to this install, and what you're going to do is you're going to give it a name. You're going to name it Minecraft or whatever you want to name it. Could be all the mods 10 or 9, whatever mod pack you want to play. You're going to select your version. Well, not select. This is already preset. This is the version that the community is currently whatever setting it to. This is the version number. You can't really change this unless you're on an older version or something. Then you can update, I think. You want to accept the EULA, just Minecraft end user license agreement. Basically, when you set up every Minecraft server, there's always that file that you have to do true on. Here you can see it. Let me see. Should be the EULA right here, EULA.txt. Basically, that's just gonna set that true for you, so you accept those. Right here is gonna be the image selector. So this is gonna be the version of Java you want to run on your Minecraft server. The reason they let you select this is if you're running older mod packs like I have in the past, 1.7.10, bugs out on newer versions of Java server. I don't know why. And certain mod packs are better designed for certain versions. So like 1.7.10, I was playing Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. For that one, I used Java 8. Debian works better, but for this new one, I decided to go with the latest image that I could choose. So if you're doing vanilla, you're just gonna do vanilla. You're probably gonna play the latest version of Minecraft. If you're not, you can just change this to whatever version of Minecraft you want to play. Game mode, survival, creative. I doubt you want to play a creative on a creative server, or else you're better off just playing single player, in my opinion. But you do you. This is going to be a server name, so when people are joining your world, whatever it's going to say on top, you can have it set to whatever mod pack you're playing, or just leave it to Minecraft. It's the difficulty. You can play easy, normal, or hard. I typically always play on hard. I assume most people do. This can be the level type, so it's going to be a flat world or whatever type of world you're going to choose. Up to you. So this is something that I've never played around with, but from my understanding, the RCON is for like admin. If you want to like be able to remote into your Minecraft server and run commands, you would set this here. And I think this is just a password for certain like protections, just so people aren't hopping around in there. You can set the max player, max world size, and all that. This is the max build height. I think typically by default set to 256 in regular Minecraft. You know, you can allow nether, command blocks, and all that stuff. Force game mode, you know, all that good stuff. If you're playing a regular vanilla, honestly. So personally, for the server port, I typically do a hosted network. You can not do a hosted network if you want. So up to you, but I typically just do a hosted network, so it uses the IP address of my NAS, so I can just run that. For the storage, you can have it create its own data set. Now this is actually important. So you can have it create its own data set where the IX value will create its own, and it should tell you where it mounts it if you go on the app. But here, let me pull this up for you guys. So for example, this one, you can see the volume mount. I have it binded to a source, but if you do let it do its own, it's going to tell you where it binds it from, where it binds it to. And if you ever needed to manually go in and grab those files, you could SSH into your TrueNAS and grab those. but I'm gonna be honest, you should use a host path, because if you use a host path, then you can set it um, to a certain path. Like I did, I sent mine to MNT blockchain. Blockchain Minecraft is the data set. So here, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This one's modded, but this also applies to vanilla. Let's see, where can I find that for you guys real quick? Storage right here. So basically, this is what I did. Came to blockchain right here, Minecraft, and I just have it set all the files in here. I haven't spun up a vanilla, but I'm assuming if you spin up a vanilla, it'll just auto generate all the files. For modded, I copied all of these files in here via SMB. So yeah, and if you're gonna do modded, I think you are gonna need to do host path so you can drop in those files. Since CurseForge got rid of the API key that they used to use, which is why there's no more API keys. I know if you've tried this in the past, you just used an API key, but not anymore. Additional storage. I don't know why you would need to use this additional storage for a Minecraft server, but if you find something that you need to use it for, then sure, be my guest. Resources. So you can set how many CPU cores your server or Minecraft container has access to. The default is 2. If you're playing vanilla, I think 2 and 4 gigabytes of RAM is going to be fine. Yeah, I don't think you need to increase any of these settings. Now let's talk about the modded side. The modded side is a little bit more complex. Took me a little bit to get this figured out. So I'm going to walk you guys through it. So the first part is going to be the same. Set your name, time zone, you'll set your image. Again, if you're playing older version, older mod pack, maybe find one that's more compatible, better works, but typically it all should work, honestly. But I know sometimes it can just bug out. And then you want to select your type. So whether you're doing a bucket, I've never done a bucket, but I'd assume it would be the same process for the rest. So we're doing Forge or Neo Forge. I don't know what this CurseForge setting would do, since they got rid of their API key, but so for example, all the mods 9 is a Forge loader mod pack. So you're gonna do Forge. You're gonna do the version of your Forge loader, which is, for me, it was 1.20.1, and well, no, this is the version of Minecraft you're playing, 1.20.1. Set your game mode, survival, difficulty hard, level type, max player, all that's gonna be the same. If you're playing Minecraft modded, I would allow flight. I know in vanilla, people can't fly, so you can disable flight. But in modded, if people have jetpacks, you don't want the server to kick them out because they're flying and moving around too fast. So probably you want to allow flight. Online mode. I didn't touch this on vanilla, but if you're gonna be playing with your family or whatever on like a local LAN server, or like they're using like a bootlegged AT launcher, or like they don't need to have an actual Minecraft account and won't be playing online, it's just gonna be single player, you can turn that off and it'll let them join without having to authenticate with Minecraft, with Microsoft. But if you're gonna be playing online, and if everybody owns a legitimate Minecraft account, I would just leave it on, honestly. It does create some weird things if you're using like a VPN like WireGuard, but if you're not doing that, you don't need to worry about anything like that. So memory, you're gonna create this environmental variable, because most Minecraft modded servers require more RAM than the default, I think 2 or 4 gigabytes that Minecraft vanilla uses. All the mods 9 requires 12, so I'm way overboard with 750 megabytes of RAM, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. Right here, you're gonna choose your Forge version. So for me, the Forge loader, I'm loading 47.4.0. So Forge version here, set it here, set your RAM, 2 important things, and your version. So your Minecraft version is not the same as your Forge version. And how you figure out your Forge version, is, we're gonna go back here real quick. So if I ls in here, you're gonna see that the loader is 47.4.0. Well, this is the installer, so this is what this mod pack installs. If this is off by maybe 1 digit, your client might not be able to connect because they will have an incompatible version or might be missing some elements. Neo4j is kind of picky about this. I ran into that issue, which is why I'm pointing it out. Set the environmental variable and all that good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're down there. You can leave that default. Again, I use the hosted network, server port, basic vanilla stuff. If you're playing modded, I would assume you've played vanilla. You've set up a vanilla server and can figure all that out. If you need to change your port, you can change your port. If you don't need to change your port, you can leave it. That's the default Minecraft port, and it always works just fine. Again, for your Minecraft data storage, I use a host path. If you use an IX volume data set, like the default isn't here, this will be persistent, but it's just that it might be a little bit harder for you to access and edit files in there, especially in a modded server. You're gonna need to add these files somehow, so you're gonna want to use a host path. So I created a data set called Minecraft. Then I downloaded locally on my computer. I downloaded I said a CurseForge, all the mods 9. So I came here, came to all the mods 9. Let me make this bigger for you guys. I came here, I got the server files. I just downloaded the server files. Once you downloaded them, it's gonna start to download. After that, you can extract the files. Once the files have been extracted, you just drag and drop them into here. You won't have this many files. You won't have a world file. You'll probably have a server start files and all that. I know it's gonna be like, click here to install. I think let me see what it is. It's like there's gonna be some server start, some server sh. You don't need to run any of those. Or for the Forge installer, you don't run that. Just copy it all into this data set. Once it's on this data set, another important key detail. CPUs, I just use 16. I have 16 threads. Give it however many threads you feel it needs. So your memory, you want the container to have this much memory, or however much memory you want your container to have, but it should be more than the amount of memory you're gonna give the server in here. You want to give the container a little bit of headroom for it to breathe with its own memory, and setting the memory down here is not the same as setting the memory up here. You want to do those both individually. Once you're done, you can just click right here. It's going to say install, I think. Let me just double check what it says. Yeah, it's going to say install. You click this, it's going to install the server. It's going to take a little bit. The server will probably be in a stopped state, or will stay it's not deploying. It is deploying. Just give it a little bit. It's a modded server. It takes time to start. Once it's done, you should be able to just type in your IP address of your TrueNAS, or if you're using you have a DNS, you can use that. I use it, but I'm just connecting it to direct IP. But yeah, do that. Enter your server port, and your server should be online. If you run into any issues, comment down below, and I will help you troubleshoot those. I've run into my fair share of issues, so I understand, which is why I'm willing to help out. Plus, everybody loves Minecraft, and it should be pretty easy to install on TrueNAS. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, go ahead and drop down below, and I will get to them whenever I can. Else, give this video a thumbs up if it really helped you out. I would appreciate it. And always, thank you very much. Oh, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. You don't want to miss out on any fun Let's Play videos or any TrueNAS tutorials that you think you might have never needed, but turns out you needed. Go ahead and subscribe, leave a like and a comment if you wish. And always, take care.